you been thinking about switching to the IUD but are stuck on which option is right for you? Well, then you came to the right place. In this video, I'll be doing a head-to-head honest comparison between the 5 types of IUDs, and by the end of this video, you'll be prepared and confident going into your next OBGYN visit. Let's get started. So hi, those that are new to my channel are new to me. I'm Dr. Jacqueline Means. I'm an OBGYN. I'm in private practice at Plano Women's Healthcare. I'm here to be the OBGYN in your living room, answering all your burning questions for all your healthcare needs. First things first, what are the 5 types of IUDs? So we have the Mirena, the Liletta, Kyleena, Skyla, and then over here the copper IUD. So for the purpose of this video, the Liletta and the Mirena are essentially the same thing. They're the exact same hormone amount. Liletta and Mirena are simply just made by 2 different companies. For example, we have the Mirena pretty much in our office. There's really no difference between the 2 of them in terms of functionality. So when I say Mirena, also include Liletta in there. Okay, so I'm gonna get right down to it for the answer you really wanted. The 2 most popular options that we do every day, all day in our clinic are going to be the Mirena and Kyleena. And I think you'll understand why in this video, that those are usually our 2 top picks when people come in. If either Mirena or Kyleena were in your top 2 picks and why you clicked on this video, then hit the like button now. So biggest question we get are hormonal versus non-hormonal IUDs. The copper is the only true non-hormonal IUD out there. However, if you listen to this whole video, you'll see that the Kyleena especially and the Skyla are very, very low hormone amount. Because of how they work, they're not the same as taking a pill and having that hormone in your body. So I think you'll see as you watch the rest of this video that they're all pretty low hormone options. So the biggest thing, how long do these IUDs last? They're all different. So the copper is going to be for 10 years, quite an investment. Again, for all these IUDs, they can come out at any time. So even though they're good for that amount of time, for example, 10 years, you're not contractually obligated to, you don't sign something, we can take it out whenever. You know, we want to switch to something else, we're unhappy with it, or it's time to have a baby. So the copper's for 10 years, and then Mirena and Liletta, those are for 6 years. It may get up to 7, for right now it's 6. The Kyleena is 5. And then the Skyla is 3 years. Really, at this moment, we're not doing a ton of Skylas. We think the Skyla is great. It's been around for a long time. However, the Kyleena has come out and they're very, very similar IUDs. If you look at the daily dose hormone release, it's pretty negligible. Most of our patients are like, well, why do something for 3 years when I could potentially get 5 years out of something? So most people are going to choose the Kyleena for those reasons. We certainly do carry the Skyla, but if you're going to do an IUD with us, then you want the Skyla, you need to call beforehand to make sure we have it in stock. This is the question I get all the time in clinic. What is the hormone difference? A lot of people choose the IUD wanting to break up with the pill and be on a lower dose hormone. So the copper is the only true non-hormonal one. However, I get plenty of patients coming in, especially patients who have never been pregnant before, and say, Dr. Means, I definitely don't want to be on a hormone option. I've been reading about the copper, you know, I want to definitely go for that one. And then we get to talking, and about 8 times out of 10, they leave clinic wanting the Kyleena. So why is that? The copper, while great, it's non-hormonal, which is nice, but the copper has a few downsides. One, it can cause heavy cycles, kind of like it's a thumbs down for me. And then it can cause painful cycles because they are heavy. And then the copper IUD has to be in the perfect position. It has to be all the way up to the top of the endometrial cavity versus all your progesterone IUDs, the Mirena, the Skyla, the Kyleena, they work in a different way. So copper works as a birth control because it is a non-hospitable environment to sperm, but it has to be perfectly positioned. If it's too low, you could have higher failure rates versus all the progesterone IUDs that are going to prevent sperm from getting in. So they actually thicken up your cervical mucus and make a barrier so sperm can't even get in there. If we're wanting no hormone whatsoever, the copper is truly great. If you've had a history of breast cancer, you're really worried about your breast cancer risk, copper has to be perfectly positioned versus the progesterone, even if it's a little bit off or a little lower for whatever reason, it's still gonna work for you. One question I get, and the biggest deciding factor is what IUD to use, is have we been pregnant before or not. We do a lot of the Kyleenas for our never been pregnant before. For our previously pregnant patients, the more common use types are the Mirena. It's just a little bit bigger. It's on the fraction of millimeters, but that's enough difference to cause different levels of cramping and comfort. So the Mirena is the only one on the market approved for heavy periods and to reduce those down. And fun fact, about 20% with the Mirena IUD have no period whatsoever, which a lot of people really like about the Mirena. You'll get a little bit with the Kyleena, that's more of like, I think at 12%, it's called amenorrhea or no period rates, but not as good as 20, obviously. The Mirena is also really popular for moms, especially first-time moms. Like, you're busy, you have a baby, you don't have time to remember to take the pill every day. You're like, I am good without a baby for at least a few years. Then perfect. Like the Mirena could be a very good option. It's a lot of positives, like very minimal periods, minimal cramping. You set it, forget it, done. Easy peasy. So what if I make the wrong choice and I hate my IUD? We can remove it. It's gonna be fine. That's what's nice about these long-acting reversible contraceptions, or LARC. They can come out anytime. We just pull on the IUD strings, zip bam boom, done. However, we prefer not to do that. We prefer to get the choice right the first time, hence this video, because you put some effort into it. You went through the insertion, you had the sauna. So in order to respect, your body, your time, we want to try to get the choice as right as possible on the first one. So guys, I am doing a playlist series on IUD. I've got tons of videos about IUDs, contraception coming your way, so check those out. Hit the like button if you found this informative, and stay healthy.